All right, we are live. We are live. We are live. All right. Make sure that everything is prepared. I've got to check to see a few things. Let's check. Let's check to see how that is. All right. All right, that is good. Let's check to see the sound. I've got to go to my video, make sure everything sounds good. Can't stand the commercials. Okay. Sounds good. Everything is fine in terms of sound. All right. For once I'm early. It feels weird to be so early. I think everything should be in the description bar. I wonder why it looks like blurry, but the picture, even though it's really high quality, it's actually higher resolution than YouTube's. All right, PayPal's there, Cash App's there, information is there. Don't forget to hit the like button, and we are going to jump in and get started. I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot, just a basic Rider-Waite Tarot today. I didn't want to get too complicated. This week has been complicated enough for me. So it's finals week. So if I seem a little jittery, it's because I've had like 4 or 5 cups of coffee today. Had to stay awake. I had a presentation to do. Just finished a reading for you astronauts. I think you're going to like it. The month of May is actually going to be a lot of love stuff. I've always wanted to do that. I just wanted to have like a month of like a theme. And so now I finally am in the position to do so. And we're going to see if you like that, astronauts. Today, we have Saturn conjunct Rahu. That energy is very interesting because it's kind of like a very ambitious placement because it brings a lot of hard work to something that you want to do that is innovative. And you can be very original and creative with that type of placement, but it definitely creates a lot of hurdles. So I'll say that with Rahu and Saturn coming together, but it definitely makes you a unique person. Wherever it is happening in your chart, that part of your life is going to be just a little bit different than the average, than the norm. Probably for the next maybe 12 years. I'm trying to remember Rahu's cycle. I think it takes 12 years for Rahu to go around. But anyway, I got my Rider-Waite cards. I'm shuffling away. So don't be afraid to come in, ask a question, tell me about your week, tell me how things have been. On my end, I just said, I'm tired. Tired supreme. It's coming to the end of the semester. And you would think that would mean we're done, but we're not. We're not done. Still got to study for the PMP. And it never ends. It never ends. So we have a poll here for you lovely astronauts who are coming in, just to let me know what type of readings you like best. Next month, May, will be a love theme. I should have done this for February. It would have been more on topic because February is that love month, but we're going to make it May love season. I feel like spring is the time for love. Love is in the air for spring. Spring is in the air for love. Spring loves love. Feels like it. I feel like spring is a lovey-dovey month. Happy Friday, everyone. I am happy that you have made it through the week. So very happy for you. Next month, in terms of astrology transits, we have Saturn entering Aries. Saturn entering Aries. Now that's going to be powerful. We have a lot of things in Aries right now. So that means a lot of things that are new, innovative, changing, transforming, things for the first time. So we know all the Aries and fire sign placements are going through it. Libra too, because it's opposite of Aries. So Libra's getting a lot of energy coming their way as well. Looks like love and relationships is in the lead. We have a vote casted. I had a feeling. I'm gonna see if that feeling is right, if we're all gonna pick the love stuff. But yeah, let me know how your week has been. If you have question, don't forget yes or no is $5. Any other long questions, that will be the general reading for 10. And you could Cash App, PayPal, or you can Super Chat if you do not have access to Cash App or PayPal. I have the Rider-Waite Tarot, just the basic Rider-Waite this time. And don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. I really appreciate the likes and the support. I have the best subscribers ever. Oh, I dropped some cards, so don't mind me. Best subscribers ever. So kind, so sweet, so supportive. So I feel very, very lucky. So don't forget to answer the poll, because I definitely want your opinion on what type of readings you like best. I'm sure you guys don't want me to choose all the ideas. Definitely love a collaboration, want to get your opinion and everything. So that is what I have to say. Next week, I don't know if there's any sort of major transits or anything going on. I could check and look that up to see. I do love checking the astrology sky. Astrology, my first love. Sent a Cash App donation for a reading. All right. All right. Hakeem, let me know your question. Let me know. And we can get started. If you've just now come in, don't forget to vote on the poll. Let me know what type of readings you guys like the best. Okay, so Hakeem is first, and then we will get to UV. Okay. What's Izzy's true feelings for me? Okay, what is Izzy's true feelings for Hakeem? Let's get into that. Oh, these cards flew. So what do these have to say? We have the Page of Wands and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So Izzy's true feelings are pretty positive. The Page of Wands is very excitable type of energy. So we know that Izzy, I don't know if this is romantic or not, but if it is romantic, then this would represent feeling some sort of attraction, some sort of excitability, happy to see you, glad that you are near them. And the Wheel of Fortune is very much like, I can't wait to see you again. Like, this is like this combination. I am so excited to be around you. I can't wait to see you. I may have a little bit of a crush on you type of energy. Wanting to get to know you better, because the Wheel of Fortune is all about expansion and growth and development. So it's kind of like those feelings are growing and developing and growing stronger. Page of Wands also represents curiosity, wanting to get to know somebody, potentially wanting to see where things go, to be honest. It's really just a feeling of like, I can't wait to spend time with this person. I can't wait to talk to this person. I'm starting to develop like a little bit of a crush on this person. But let's see if we can get some more energy here. We have the Seven of Pentacles, pretty much exactly what I said before. They're thinking more about you. They are wondering where this can go. They're trying to figure out if you might be a good match for them. They feel like they have invested some time and energy your way, and they're like, I wonder where this can go. I wonder how this can potentially develop in the future. Could this be something lasting? Could this be something that has a strong foundation and good potential? Very, very much representing just taking a good look at you. The Seven of Pentacles is that card of figuring out, Like, what is going to be the next stage? What is going to happen next? So I feel like a lot of their thoughts are focused on just trying to figure out where this is developing. That's what's going on for them, because they know that they've got some feelings. We have the 7 of Cups. Once again, very similar to just kind of like fantasy, dreaming, thinking off into the distance. You know how it is when you kind of like first get to know someone and then you start to, well, not always, but you start to create a lot of fantasies in your head. Like you kind of imagine like going on vacations, white picket fence, maybe a wedding. You just kind of let your mind sweep away with you. It's kind of just like having this curiosity. So I feel like their feelings are pretty much romantic, and they want to get to know you better. And they might be even letting their feelings kind of get a little bit swept up in the moment right now. So that is kind of like Izzy's true feelings. Izzy is interested in you essentially. And V has a question. And let me know if that makes sense to you, Hakeem. Well, V's question is, will I remain at my company after my current contract ends? After the current contract ends. If you are currently coming in, said we're not currently speaking. That's kind of interesting that you said you're not currently speaking, because their feelings are pretty romantic. It's not about like ending. There's no anger there. There's no feelings of like hurt. To me, it seems like this person has a lot of strong feelings of curiosity with you. So I would be surprised if they didn't reach out at some point, or if they weren't open to being reached out to, because they have a lot of feelings. Said she cut me off her own words. That is really strange. You think she's just trying to get you to chase her? Or she's like trying to figure out where this is going? You know how some people, if they feel like they haven't got a strong enough response from someone, they try to like cut them off to see if they'll chase them. I wonder if that is her reaction, you know, because the cards aren't particularly like I'm done with you. You know, it's really strange. I'll get to you in a second, V. I just want to pull one more card for Hakeem, because it's kind of strange how this person looks like they're invested. Let's see. Yeah, we have the 7 of Cups. So to me, there's definitely some sort of curiosity. We got it again. It's definitely some curiosity when it comes to you, when it comes to why she's thinking about you. She's wondering about you. It may not even just be you, but you are on her mind for sure. 7 of Cups is about having multiple options though. So maybe she's looking at you like, okay, what are my options? Yes, I am still taking questions. Let's tread lightly. V is next. So I'm not reaching out to her. Well, if you ever do, I think she would be receptive to it, or if you ever run into each other. But let me get to V's question. Will I remain at the company after my current contract ends? I mean, the fact that we got the 7 of Cups twice is like strange to me. Okay. Let's get into V's question. Oh, no, not the pole being split 3 ways. All right, we have the 2 of Cups. I think that is a yes, V. Maybe they'll want to extend a different contract, or it's quite possible that they may hold on to you for a bit longer. But let's get another clarifying card. 2 of Cups is a pretty good response when it comes to wanting to stay together. But let's pull, because sometimes it might be like, hey, we're just extending the contract for a little bit. We got the Justice card. They may want to write a new contract. The Justice card is not all about contracts, but one of its meanings does connect to contracts, connects to negotiating, connects to having conversations. So they may want to have a conversation with you, V, about maybe a different position, maybe a new contract. It seems to me like they're satisfied with your work. So if they have the money in their budget to keep you on, they'll likely want to do that, especially since we got the Two of Cups and Justice. That's about feeling like you're a good fit for the company. And they think that you're someone who is you fit them very well. Like you fit the image that they want. You're the type of employee that they want, V. Like that's how they feel about you. So I definitely feel like they're going to want to keep you. But let me know how it goes. Like, let me know how that turns out. If you are just coming in, don't forget to hit the like button and vote on the polls for what type of readings you like best. If you missed me in the beginning, I said May's probably going to be like a all love reading type of thing. I've always wanted to do like a monthly theme for a reading. And now I'm going to be able to do all love. You said I heard similar from my manager already. So this was a great confirmation. Good. I'm glad you heard it from your manager and you got that confirmation. I'm going to wish you the best of luck, V, because it sounds like they really like you there. Let me know how your day has been or how your week has been, everyone. Rahu or the North Node, if you want to call it, and Saturn have come together. You're welcome, V, in the sky. And it's a very interesting aspect because on one level, it can create a lot of fear. On another level, it can create a huge amount of ambition and wanting to create some sort of change and revolution in the area that it's in. Said, I sent a PayPal. Oh, let me check the PayPal. Let me check the PayPal. All right. Hold on. You put the question in the PayPal. Okay, I see it. All right. I see it. All right. How does Tarini at work view me? My spidey senses makes me feel like I shouldn't trust her as of late. Okay, let's see. Let us see. Okay, we got a card flying out. We have Temperance. Let's pull some other cards to see. We have the Knight of Swords. Okay, what card is this? And the Seven of Cups. I just want to pull one more. Okay. And the Hermit. All right. So how they view you as someone pretty well balanced, someone who has pretty good communication skills, someone who's accepting, tolerant of others, and someone who seems to conduct themselves in a very, how do I say, proper, appropriate manner. Very modest is the energy of the Temperance card. You don't do too much. It could even represent being a bit quiet sometimes, especially if we combine it with the Hermit and the Knight of Swords. So they may feel like you're a little bit of a quiet person who may spend some more time to themselves, reflecting more so in their head. They do feel like you're someone who is selective about who you hang out with. And for the most part, you do like to focus on your work. Don't get me wrong, sometimes they may feel like you get distracted and you do other things like everybody else does. You said that's definitely how you are at work. I'm glad that it fits you, but they really do feel like you do your own thing. Like you don't bother too much people, you don't do too much. Like you get the job done. You get your job done and you don't really goof around too much. Like the Knight of Swords goofs around sometimes, but not too much, you know. It's normal stuff, normal things that people do, right? You might catch somebody scrolling on YouTube or TikTok for like a few minutes, but it's nothing crazy. But let's see if you should trust her, because they don't seem to have a bad image of you. Or let's see if you trust her. Let's see. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So they're not a bad person. You know, the Six of Pentacles definitely shows somebody like this person will help you out if you need any help. But I will say the Page of Pentacles is not always the most reliable. I don't think this person has bad intentions towards you. They may more so ask for help than give help. Just because they may not have a lot to offer you in terms of how they may assist you or help you out. The Page of Pentacles needs more guidance rather than they can offer and give more guidance. But I don't think this person feels shady towards you. The Ace of Swords reverse. They may have some confidence issues, to be completely honest. They are not the best when it comes to articulating how they feel or even asking for help themselves. They may struggle with. So you might be picking up on the fact that they may need some assistance, or they would like someone to offer them a helping hand, some advice, maybe even a friend to lean on. They might just kind of want to talk to you a little bit more. He says she's a Leo. She loves all the attention. That would explain. So maybe that's the feeling, because the feeling I got was like they don't know how to talk to you. And to me, it seems like this person may just want to converse with you a little bit more. But they feel a little bit shy to do so, or they may feel like, oh, it's a little bit awkward, or they just want to have a more friendly relationship with you, is the vibe that I got from the reading. We got NC career. NC, do you have a specific question about your career? And if you're just coming in, don't forget to hit the like button. I will really appreciate it. Said, okay, gotcha. Yeah, talk to her, see what's up. She doesn't seem shady to me from the cards. You know, there's definitely other cards we could have gotten if she had some bad intentions towards you. You're welcome. And see, let me know if you wanted to expand. Say, yeah, not sure if it's worth staying where I am or move on. Okay, so not sure if it's worth staying where you are career-wise or moving on. Let's see. And don't forget to answer the polls, astronauts, because I want to know what type of readings that you want next. And if you're just coming in, May, I'm going to do an all love theme. I have wanted to do a love theme for a while. So I'm very excited about that. Hopefully you're excited too. I don't do too many love readings, but I figured, why not? Let's do a spring love reading. But we are shuffling for you, NC, to see, is it worth staying? Oh, okay. Page of Wands wants to come out. Okay. I think I know the answer. Stay where you are and move on. Interesting. So for staying where we are, we have the 8 of Wands and the 4 of Swords. That's very interesting because it does look like even if you sort of like end up staying where you are, that ultimately there's going to be some changes and some developments within your work area. The 8 of Wands is always on the move. It is changing. It is developing. There's a lot of things happening. And you'd probably be fine with it. You'd be okay. There will be some changes that take place, and you wouldn't be too what's the word for it? You wouldn't be too like bothered by it in a way. You said, yeah, they're restructuring. That makes sense. Okay. So that makes a lot of sense that they're restructuring, and we got all this 8 of Wands energy going on. So all of these things would happen behind the scenes. You wouldn't be too bothered from it. Like there wouldn't be too much craziness happening to your mental peace or your workload or anything. Said I wouldn't be upset because my boss, and I wouldn't be upset because my boss is annoying. Or is your boss getting fired? That would be, or maybe it's just like you would have more time to yourself. Because usually when I get the 4 of Swords in a work environment, it means like you have more time to like work alone and you aren't like under the hood of someone all the time. So he said, I would love it. Yeah. So you'd have a bit of mental peace there. And if you move on, we got the star and the moon. And that's very interesting here. And I say that because the star can represent peace, serenity. It's like you get peace either way, to be completely honest. But the moon represents mystery and a lot of different changes and happenings. He said he won't shut up and stop nitpicking. Well, by the time the restructuring's over, I don't think you would have to deal with the nitpicking anymore. But if you do decide to go, then it's definitely going to put you in a different environment that's going to be a little bit, what's the word? It'll catch you off guard. Okay, I just pulled 5 of Wands. So changing up in terms of career is definitely going to be a huge transformation. Fives always represent having to go through this, turbulent period for the change. And I think ultimately it would be peaceful. We have the 8 of Pentacles. You would definitely gain some more skills, some more knowledge. It's like refining a craft, mastering it, getting a lot better and developing, having more opportunities. But like I said, there will be a transition period. That may be a little bit of a bumpy ride, but ultimately, obviously, it would provide you with more opportunities. But like I said, if you choose to stay, I pulled some cards here. We've gotten the 8 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Fool. The Fool I also get for a lot more freedom. And on the Page of Swords, I get for sort of like casual conversations, talking to people, keeping it very much like keeping it light. It's like water cooler talk. So I feel like if you chose to stay, there would be a new beginning anyway. You'd be a little bit more relaxed. It would be something that's a little bit different, but a little bit chaotic too. But it doesn't seem like it would be this nitpicky energy anymore. I don't really see that happening anymore. If you decide to go and leave, you probably develop a lot more skills and there will be more opportunities to make a little bit more money. And you'd probably get really a lot more refined when it comes to your craft, your job, and you'll have to be in a more competitive environment. And it would be something to get used to, but ultimately it would develop and grow you as a person within your career. So it just depends on what you're looking for right now. But I feel like if you choose to stay, it's still going to change. You're not going to have that nitpicky energy. The Fool is a very free card. The 4 of Swords is very much like nobody's bothering me. Page of Swords, just like casual talk, chatting, silliness and things along the lines of that. It's not nitpicky energy at all. If anything, it's very like chaotic. What I want is for my boss to leave. I feel like the restructuring is going to be able to give you that. But we could pull a card to see, like, would your boss be bothering you by the end? Oh, we have the Six of Swords just fly. Sorry, the Six of Wands fly out. So I think ultimately you would get what you wanted if you chose to stay, where you would have more independence, where you would have someone not bothering you as much. You'd actually get more praise and leadership opportunities eventually. You'd be able to break free of your boss. I don't know what's going to happen if your boss will leave, if you choose to transfer departments, if you end up getting some sort of promotion. But whatever the case may be, if you choose to stay within this sort of like career job, etc., then ultimately you would get what you want. Oh, just got the Chariot to fly out. So that's two confirmation cards representing like you would ultimately get what you want if you chose to stay. And I guess you would get what you wanted if you left as well. It's just a matter of time. All right. It's just a matter of time. The Chariot definitely represents some trials and tribulations. The Fool can be chaotic and unpredictable. But I really do feel like ultimately you're going to get what you want. Your boss is not going to bother you forever at this job. And if you leave, your boss is not going to bother you as well. But be sure to take initiative, take some steps, say some things, ask for some space, ask for room to make your own decisions. I know all about having a micromanager, nitpicky boss. Sometimes you have to speak up for yourself, let people know, let them know that you need autonomy to make your own decisions and to make your own mistakes or not make mistakes. And not everything this person does is right. And there's more than, what do they say? The same, more than one way to skin a cat. Some people just, they don't seem to get it. It has to be their way or it's not right. But I really do feel like whether you stay or go, the situation is going to change. The Fool is always a new beginning. You've got two cards representing victory. And if you choose to go, then it will lead to some more career opportunities, even if it will be a little bit shaky in the transformation period. But either way, like I said, I do see it being positive for you in the long run. It's just all a matter of what you decide that you want to do. Let me know if that resonates, NC. You're welcome. And if you're just coming in, just let me know if you would like a reading as well. It's $5 for yes or no and $10 for any other sort of like elongated general reading. Don't forget to hit the like button. I truly appreciate that. And let me know what type of readings you like best. I have the poll here. We have love and relationships. We have career and finances. We have future predictions, and we have spiritual guidance. So far, love and relationships is in top place, and spiritual guidance, sadly, is at the bottom. But someone has to lose, I guess, in the poll. And also, if you're just coming in, the month of May will be love, love, love. I've always wanted to do a themed month of reading. So the month of May, we will be doing all love, minus the monthly predictions, because I'm really liking doing the monthly predictions. Okay. And I was just talking about earlier how we're going to have Saturn going into Aries. And that's going to be very interesting because that's all about kind of like self-discipline. If we're thinking about a theme overall, then we know Aries is all about the self and Saturn is all about that discipline, that structure. You can even look at it as like Saturn going through the first house. If you've ever had a Saturn through the first house transit, then you know that it can have to do with providing structure into your life, creating limitations and boundaries, more independence. I remember when Saturn went into my first house, I think I started losing a lot of weight. Like I created those structures of exercising every day. And then not only that, but I got put into a position of power. So a lot of people will find themselves leveling up when it comes to their career or even just wherever in life. It just depends on what house it's in for you. It'll create more independence and more responsibilities in that area for you. So if it's going through your second house, more responsibilities in finances, third house, more responsibilities when it comes to your skills, your education, etc. Things along the lines of that. Can also represent like anything like from a license, from some sort of education, etc. Things along the lines of that. Third house represents a lot of things, any sort of paperwork, any sort of learning, any sort of communication, having responsibilities. Like, let's say if you were a coordinator and then you have Saturn in your third house and you have a lot more things to coordinate, right? A lot more plans, party going, event maker, whatever the case may be. Even just your own schedule could be represented by the second house. So keep that in mind when it comes to Saturn and Aries next month. Okay. He said, what will Saturn Aries be like for me? Okay, let's see, KA. Let's see what Saturn Aries will be like for you. What time is it there? I was going to say, aren't you kind of up early? Oh, hey, Genesis. All right. So we got the devil. Don't be afraid. It's probably just about like letting go of things in terms of limitations, I'm sure. We got the Seven of Cups. Okay. What is this card? We have Judgment. That's what I thought. It's about letting go. And say, yes, I love the night. You got to get some sleep, Kate. And we have the Six of Swords. Love this, love this, love this. So we've got the Devil, the Seven of Cups, and Judgment. So the interesting thing about the Devil and the Seven of Cups is the Devil and the Seven of Cups both represent temptation. It represents our bad habits. It represents the things that get us caught up. We all have bad habits. We all have things that we do, from anything from negative thinking, anything from eating poorly. I'm just naming some, bad habits of mine. But we all have things in weak areas and things along the lines of that. Anything that you feel like you're doing that is not good or healthy for you, this is about breaking that, because we've got Judgment. So Saturn going through your Aries chart for you is going to break you away from some of these things that have been clouding your judgment, that may have been bringing you down, that may have been causing some, what's the word? Why can't I think of the word? Shooting yourself in the foot activity coming to an end here. This can be anything from somebody who likes to procrastinate. And I say that because we have the Seven of Cups here. And Seven of Cups is kind of known for being a little lethargic and things along the lines of that. Seven of Cups energy can also be about things like eating too much, drinking too much, consumption of things that are toxic. That's very Seven of Cups energy. Sometimes it's about being caught up in a fantasy, caught up in an illusion, caught up in a delusion, lying to yourself, lying to others, not telling the truth, not being completely honest, things along the lines of that. So it's about ending things that just aren't the best behaviors for you and having a fresh new start where you feel confident and powerful within yourself. Not only that, but sometimes it can represent thinking a lot about situations that may have been harmful or may have been like, what's the word, regretful, anything that had made you feel a little bit like guilty, anything that makes you feel like, I think about this situation a lot and it haunts my mind. That's the combination of the devil and the Seven of Cups. This will be saying like, we're letting bygones be bygones. We're letting go, let God, and we're moving on to a different place. We're giving myself a clean slate. and I'm feeling reawakened. I'm feeling rejuvenated, and I'm feeling happy. I feel like I have an opportunity to move on to a better place. Then we got this Six of Swords energy. So mentally, you're going to feel like you have a fresher start, that you're able to let go of anything that is holding you back. Don't get me wrong, nobody's perfect, but you're going to be able to let go a lot of bad habits, bad situations, cycles that you find yourself in repeatedly. Could possibly be other people and things along the lines of that, but you're going to be able to move on to a different place. And then sometimes, because we have this Six of Swords representing actually moving to a different location, then this can literally mean that you're going to a different place. I do also want to say, because the Devil card represents Capricorn and the Judgment card represents Pluto, this can be a transformation of your career, of your public image, of a title. So titles can be like, oh, I'm a boyfriend, I'm a girlfriend, I'm a CEO, I am a butler, I am a maid, I'm a coffee barista. It's like your title changes. So something about your career could change, something about getting into a relationship, getting out of a relationship, that could possibly change. This can also represent, hey, my status has changed. Like, for example, if I decided to move to Italy and become an Italian citizen, this could represent, hey, I'm no longer a US citizen, I'm an Italian citizen. So anything having to do with a title change, a transformation in that way, it's about leaving all of that behind. So I wouldn't be surprised if you change jobs. I wouldn't be surprised if you got a new role. I wouldn't be surprised if you ended up moving to a literally different place and you're like, oh, now I'm a citizen of this place, only because the Six of Swords can literally represent travel. So this can represent, hey, I'm an expat or something like that, that title change, that title shift, that moving on to a different place. But we do know that it's about getting out of rocky waters, getting that fresh start, moving away from turbulent times. Six of Swords comes from the Five of Swords, which is a very shady environment without a lot of support. And this can also represent breaking away from any sort of work environment that may have been toxic or unsupportive or didn't provide you with the sense of satisfaction and love and desire that you need. Then we have the Strength card here, another card of discipline and looking for long-term reward rather than short-term happiness, right? It's like saying, I'm going to stick to my diet instead of having some chocolate, right? That's like the Strength card here. Silly example, but I'm just giving the example. You're going to have a lot more willpower to get the things that you want done. This can also represent, with the combination of cards here, revolutionizing the things that you find enjoyable, possibly even digging more into your education and educating yourself in a way. It's all good because you're really becoming this powerful, strong individual. Not saying that you're not that already, but there's a lot of maturing happening with Saturn and Aries for you, Kate. Like, this is very much like you're going to have this ability to remain calm in the storm. You're becoming a stronger person. You're becoming more level-headed. You're thinking more long term. And not only that, but when I see this energy of like Judgment and the Strength card in the same deck, it's like Pluto in the fifth house as well. So this is all about like I'm transforming the way that I enjoy myself. So for example, like let's say somebody like they go out to every weekend and they like to, have a couple of glasses of wine or something along the lines of that. This could be saying I'm transforming that. And instead of doing that, then now I meditate on the weekends and things along the lines of that. But it's like changing the way that you decide to spend your free time. So that is definitely going to be coming up. This can also be about starting a business, just because Pluto connects to the house of other people's monies. So it's like, oh, I took out a loan to start a business, or I put something on my credit card to start a business and things along the lines of that. I bought equipment for something to invest in myself. And that's like taking a gamble. It's also like a rise and transformation in self-esteem and in self-worth. It's like you really will believe in yourself and you come out like this strong, shining individual with so much patience and understanding and empathy for others. So I really do see like it's going to be a beautiful time for you, Kate. Oh, we have Genesis has a question. Okay. First question, dating a girl, Lala. I only see her once a month due to her health condition. We just met over a month ago. What's your read and estimate on how things will go with her? All right, let's get into this. If you're just now coming in, don't forget to hit the like button and vote on the polls. Oh, we finally got someone who likes spiritual guidance. It was kind of a little bit in the dark. It said, hold on. Someone says, hi, Brandy. I'm from Italy. I wanted to ask if you're going to make private readings in the future. I wanted to spoil myself with a gift. And the best thing would be a Vedic chart reading or tarot. I actually was planning to do some chart readings for the month of May and maybe the first week of June. I just need a little bit of a break because I have been studying for nonstop. And then I start summer classes. So that's the only reason I was like, okay, I need a break before I start doing private readings again. But yes, I actually was. So next month, be on the lookout for that. I'm going to make an announcement either on the community tab. I'll probably put it under the videos as well, just to let you guys know. It's probably going to be for like a 2-week period that I'll offer readings. So thank you. That was me. I sent you a second question a bit extra over PayPal. Oh, thank you, Genesis. I'll get to that in a second. Let me get to your first question. Okay. What should read an estimate on how things will go with her? How will things go with Lala? We have the Four of Cups. We have the Four of Pentacles. A lot of fours here. And we have the Three of Pentacles. That's very interesting because these cards are kind of like about retreats. Like fours don't go anywhere. So to me, it feels like maybe Lala is trying to keep you a little bit at a distance. And the only reason I say that because sorry, I was reading Kiba's response, but let me get to you, Genesis. The only reason I say that is because when we have this Four of Pentacles, it makes me feel like Lala may be a little bit insecure, or they're trying to keep you a little bit more at a distance. With this Three of Pentacles here, I usually don't get it for romance. And when I say usually, I want to say I've never gotten a Three of Pentacles for romance. To me, it feels like things might be moving more in a friendship space. And I think it's because Lala might be scared to take a chance in this relationship or getting to know you more. I think there is a possibility that this person may not be ready for like a full relationship. There is just a lot of thinking and reflecting and deciding that they're scared to take a chance, and they kind of just want to keep things a little bit more quiet and reserved and things along the lines of that. But let's pull another card here. Yeah, look at that. Nine of Pentacles. The ultimate single card here. There's something about Lala that feels like they aren't ready for that relationship. And it's not like they don't like you. If anything, this would be like they're scared of that deeper connection. They're scared of being rejected. They're scared of things not working out. So you might even find Lala at some point kind of saying, hey, let's just be friends. Or they might even try to put the brakes on the situation, go a little bit slower. They might get caught up in their own feelings in some way. It just feels to me like this person wants to slow down and they want to be a little bit more single. It's very interesting. I wonder what's going through their head. Two of Swords. They are struggling with the idea of what? They are struggling with their confidence. With the Sun card here, they're struggling to open up and express themselves. They're struggling to let you see who they truly are, because the Sun is like, I'm showing you who I am. I'm showing you my true self. I'm being free and I'm being open. This person is very much scared of judgment. They're scared to open up fully. They're scared to show you who they are. So it might go to a more platonic state until this person is ready to open up. Let me go to PayPal. I want to get your second question. Let me get over here. Is the question in the PayPal is not showing for me? Oh, I see it. Why does it change location? Okay. Okay. New girl met in the co-space. Her name is Kama. Would this only be a friendship or something more? Just asking for fun and curiosity. Okay, let's see. Would it only be a friendship or something more? Okay. Let's get into this. Good call. I did sense I was reaching out a bit online, but in person, we enjoy our time. Okay. I did sense I was reaching out a bit online, but in person, we enjoy our time in person. Okay. Enjoy your time in person. I wonder if this person's just getting caught up in their head. It says, please make an announcement on YouTube. My birthday is on May 13th, so I would be so joyful to get a reading for you. Okay, I'll try to make an announcement on YouTube. I do film a little bit ahead, so hey. I'll definitely put it in the comments, and I'll make sure to open it up. Lala does think a lot. There's an intellectual side to her, so she does get in her head a good chunk of times. Yeah, it's always the over intellectualizing that can make things so difficult. Kame. Okay, let's see. Kame. Okay, I met a coworker space. Her name is Kame. All right. Friendship or something more. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Two of Wands. And we have the Knight of Cups reversed. And then, hold on, there is another card here. And we have the Two of Cups. You know, it could potentially be something more. May take a minute to get there, though. I'll say that because the Knight of Cups reverse can be like a little bit of like miscommunication. And the Two of Wands is about waiting. So it could be like, hey, we're both waiting for someone to make a move. But there actually is, oh, hey, Happy, how are you? But there actually is potential for this to actually go somewhere. We have the Page of Swords, which is like, hey, we're getting to know each other. We're talking. Two of Wands is like, hey, we're kind of looking at each other. We're trying to see where this could potentially go. The Knight of Cups is kind of like, sometimes the Knight of Cups gets a little caught up. It's like, you know, when you first meet someone and you get a message from them and then you're like over analyzing that message and you're sending it to your friends and you're like, what does this mean? Like, what do you think they mean by that? And it's like the Nine of Cups, like they get a little bit carried away. And then ultimately we have the Two of Cups. So for sure, this could actually lead to somewhere if you're actually interested in going that place. But it will take a little bit of time to get to that, just because I think there's a lot of misreading of signals, a lot of waiting for someone else to make the move, a lot of kind of like getting caught up in the feelings and like, I don't know if this person's interested in me and I'm a little bit nervous and things along the lines of that. You know, it's just a lot of that going on, but actually there's potential for you and Kamei. So I do want to say that that you guys actually could go well together. If you both decide that you don't want to be so nervous. The Knight of Cups reverse is such a nervous energy. What was that? Oh, did someone send me a Cash App? I see a reading there. But it's just, yeah, I do see a lot of potential for you guys. So yeah, LOL, yeah, that works. Thanks for doing these, Brandy. You're the best. Kamei did hesitate on approaching me yesterday because she saw that I was so busy. I sense there's going to be that energy. It's like you both were like walking on like eggshells around each other to make sure you're both comfortable and things along the lines of that. So I'm doing well. Just sent you a question. Oh, it was you, Onigiri. And I love onigiri. I say, Kiba says, Brandy, you don't have to open the readings on May. I can delay my own gift. No, I actually was planning to open the readings in May just because that is the month I am finally free from school. And then I go back, I think at the end of June. So yeah, I was actually planning to open the readings in May. All right. How do Vedic chart readings work? For the Vedic chart readings, all you have to do is ask a question, and I will do my best to answer that question. Obviously, I'm not God, so I can't answer everything, but that's pretty much it. I could go into personality if you want to know about yourself, but most people will generally ask a question like, how will the year be? If they will meet anyone, what's the best timing, and things along the lines of that. I've had people ask those sort of questions, anything that might be coming up in terms of work opportunities. Most people tend to ask questions, which makes sense. I think a lot of, especially my subscribers, know themselves pretty well. And so they usually ask questions when it comes to the Vedic readings. And I see your question, Onigiri, so I'm going to get to you. Knowing yourself and your karma. Knowing your karma is a good question, though. Not too many people ask that. I'll say that, Kiba. All right. We're going to see the question. You're welcome. Should I stay at my current job? I did not realize so many of you guys would be up on Friday night. I'll have to come on Friday nights more. I was about to ask one of them for a poll, what's the best time for Fridays? Because I don't work on Fridays, so I am generally free all day. But I do my schoolwork on Fridays. But since school is done for this semester and I don't start till summer, I have Fridays just like completely open. I could probably go live twice on Friday too. So I might go live more. We'll see. We'll see how things go. We'll see. I don't want to overpromise anything. All right. We got the Queen of Wands. And we have the Ace of Swords. And we have this. Oh, we have the Star, and the Six of Pentacles came out too. You should definitely find a new job. I'm saying that only because we have the Ace of Swords, and that's all about like cutting ties and coming to an ending with something and letting things go and saying enough is enough. I don't want this anymore. The Star represents distance. So that's putting distance between you and your new work. And the Six of Pentacles is all letting me know that there are new opportunities out there for you. You do not have to stay at this new job. You can shine brighter somewhere else. The cards are being very clear from that. Like, this is a very clear-cut reading. There's no ambiguity when it comes to that, Onigiri. Like, feel free to leave. Like, the cards support that decision. They feel like there's better options out there for you, places that can offer you things that are more so worthwhile. We have the Six of Pentacles here. So normally I get that card to represent being able to have better benefits somewhere else, or actually being paid your worth, or actually being appreciated for your time, your effort, and energy, which lets me know that your current job may not appreciate you in the way that it should. Maybe they aren't paying you enough. Maybe they're not offering you enough benefits. Maybe they're not offering you enough promotions or something like that. But since we got the Queen of Wands for you, lets me know that you're highly skilled, you're smart, you're ambitious, you have a lot going for you. And I think this job might be holding you back a little bit. And there's just better out there for you. Let's pull another card here. Yeah, Six of Swords. Let's move on here. Six of Swords says, get out of Dodge. Let's go someplace else. Let's move on to a different territory. Let's have a different story for yourself. You have so much better out there for you. The Devil. I'm guessing that might be your job. The Devil, the Three of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. This job here may be kind of like giving you just enough to get by. Like it's just barely enough to just kind of sustain. You know, the Ace of Pentacles is very much like we're just steady. We're just kind of like keeping things level. And I really do feel like there's just better out there for you. Look at that, the Sun card. There's so much better. There's so much better. And not only that, but I feel like this new job, if you go for it, if you decide that you want to go for it, is going to offer you more freedom. Let's see. Next job you get, if you decide to go for it. If you decide to go for it, let's see what it will be like for you. We got the Queen of Pentacles. So we know the Queen of Pentacles is like more job security, more stability, being able to actually take care of yourself and take more breaks. I don't know if you are someone who likes to get your nails done, hair done, massages, and things along the lines of that, but this job would offer more of that. The Queen of Pentacles also represents having more practical benefits. So it's like better health insurance, matching 401ks, more vacation days, personal days off. This is like Queen of Pentacles is like, I'm offering maternity leave. So it just gives you more practical benefits, this next job. And also it will be more comfortable. Queen of Pentacles feels a little bit more at home, more relaxed, and things along the lines of that. And you'll be able to take your time versus the Queen of Wands. She has some freedom and things along the lines of that, but she may not be more so practical benefits oriented. You want to see Pentacles a lot more when you have jobs, especially if you're thinking about, do I have kids and want a future and things along the lines of that, and stability and growth, which I think most of us go to work because we need money to sustain ourselves. And Queen of Pentacles, she makes a little bit more money than the Queen of Wands, and she has a little bit more financial freedom there. So the next job will offer better financial benefits in terms of things along the lines of that. Also, the Queen of Pentacles works a little bit slower versus now you may be a little bit more busier at your current job. And just have to extend a lot more energy versus the Queen of Pentacles. She's slow. She's taking more walks. She's taking her time. She has more time to focus on one project versus the Queen of Wands will have a lot of different things going on at once. It's more challenging and it's more exciting. And the next job, if you decide to move, it'll be a little bit more mundane and slow, but it is consistent and they will value you a lot. So the answer to your question is, yes, it'd probably be better to find a different job, especially if that's what you are feeling. But obviously, if you want to stay at your current job, then, do what you would like. I don't want to tell you what to do with your life. Obviously, you have free will and you can do whatever you like. What do you think of Vedic birth charts that have a lot of planets in one house? For example, 4 planets. Just love to hear your wisdom, no pressure. What I think of those kind of charts, generally people who kind of have a little bit of like 4 planets in one spot. sometimes it creates a little bit of like confusion in a way. From what I've seen, it can make someone just kind of a little bit lost in the world, or like it's hard to keep up with the expectations that society may want from you. And I only say that because what I've noticed is they have a hard time adapting. Okay. I'm not saying that they can't, but usually when they're younger, they just have a very hard time being flexible and being able to interact in different environments. They can, I would suggest for this type of person to explore and then to find an area they really love and build upon that. But they have to find their niche. They kind of have to find their place and then be consistent in that area. Um, Unfortunately, this world, you kind of have to be a little bit more flexible. And those placements, they have to create their own path when they have a lot in one sign. Says Brittany, everything you said is true about my current job. Sincerely appreciate your thorough readings. You're welcome, Onigiri. You are very, very welcome. But I will say Four Planets is really good because it does create, what's the word? It creates a very unique character. It creates somebody who can be very, very innovative in their thinking, but depending on what sign, depending on what et cetera, where it is in their chart, like I said, it can create somebody who just takes a minute to find their niche and their path. That's all it is. Depending. It's different for everyone. There's so many people on the planet. There's billions, guys. Everything is different. All right. That might be the last question. It is 10 o'clock. And if no one has any more questions, we may have to go. And just trying to reorganize my cards. They're a little bit all over the place. He said, I sent one. Oh, thank goodness you let me know. Did you send it on PayPal? To get in there. Let me get in there. Okay, PayPal. Let me get to it. Thank God you let me know. Oh, I see it. Okay. What's a trader talent I should lean into or nurture that can possibly change my life? Like bring me more success or take me somewhere I should be. Okay. What's one trait or talent I should lean into or nurture that can potentially change my life? Let's get into this. And if you're just coming in, don't forget to answer the poll. I can't believe Future Predictions is winning. I thought love and relationships would take the lead, but you guys are surprising me. Maybe I'll do a whole month of Future Predictions. All right, let's see. Potentially change your life. Marlon, let's get into it. Page of Wands. Let's start off with the Page of Wands. One trait that the Page of Wands is all about is creative problem solving. This represents a lot of experimenting with different ways to potentially communicate with people. For example, there's some people who like when you are very complimentary. There's some people who like when you take your time to phrase things in a way that is very polite and diplomatic. There's some people who are very direct and straightforward. There's some people who may like when someone is very eloquent and verbose in their speech. So, one thing that you can nurture when it comes to like a talent or trait that you can lean into that would change your life is to change your communication style up depending on who you are talking to. The Page of Wands is always about being creative and trying new things and experimenting and figuring out what works with who. For example, some people like to text, some people like to call, some people like to video chat. If you lean into being flexible with your communication style, depending on who you're talking to, that potentially could change your life. Not only that, but also being more open to invitations and things on the lines of that. Not saying that you're not already open to invitations or invites, but remaining open if someone says, hey, you want to go out after work, and saying, yeah, I'll go after work. Hey, do you want to come to my party? Yes, I want to come to your party. Do you want to do X, Y, and Z? Yes, I want to come. The Page of Wands says yes. They say yes a lot. Taking more risk and taking more chances. Page of Wands is very curious when it comes to their hobbies. They are the type of person to want to try different things. For example, they might say, oh, I want to try perfume making. Oh, I want to go try pickleball. Oh, I want to go try skiing. I don't know, but it's like being open to new activities in particular, and also being open to different traveling, going new places. It's all about adventure, education, and communication. And also, if you're just a little bit like complimentary or even flirtatious and things along the lines of that, I get I get the wands a lot to represent compliments. So being more complimentary towards other people and yourself, that is something that will change your life. Like just being somebody who's just hyping themselves up, complimenting themselves, saying nice things about themselves, being positive. That is something that can potentially, nurturing that will potentially change your life for the better and bring you more success. Okay, let's move on. Let's throw something else out there. Okay, we got the Queen of Cups. That is all about emotional strength, emotional maturity. So, okay, these cards. Okay. So Queen of Cups is all about knowing yourself. So, for example, if you have an opinion and you're just like, oh, I don't like walks or something. I don't know. I'm trying to throw something out there. I don't like walks. I don't like going for hikes. The Queen of Cups says, why don't I like walks? Why don't I like going for hikes? And then the Queen of Cups thinks, wait a minute. When I was 5, I got lost in the park and I couldn't find my mom. And that's the reason it made me so nervous to go on walks and hikes. So it's all about understanding yourself. It's all about understanding your thoughts, knowing where they come from, knowing where the feelings come from. And it's also about being kind to yourself and being more empathetic towards others. For example, when you see somebody acting a little bit strange, instead of saying what's wrong with them, you think, what happened to them? What happened to this person that they have ended up in this situation? The Queen of Cups is all about emotional maturity, emotional strength, as well as creativity. So if you have some sort of creative urge, if you have some sort of creative insight, then feel free to create that thing. Feel free to act on it. And not only that, but trust your intuition. This will bring you more success. So have an idea, follow through on that idea, and trust your intuition. Do not doubt yourself. Don't over question it. Don't say, but what if this fails? But what if this doesn't good? Nope. Follow through on your intuition, trust yourself, and let your own feelings guide you. And like I say, remain emotionally aware of yourself, remain balanced. If you feel a certain way, try to sort of understand your feelings. Like start to think, what am I feeling right now? How does this make me feel? How does this affect my mind? You know, different things like how you eat can affect how you feel. If you're watching a lot of different news stories, and sometimes when people watch that, it makes them anxious. It's like noticing those feelings, paying attention to your feelings, and also being able to pay attention to the feelings and the responses of others. Reading body language, it's all about social skills. Like these cards are really focusing on the social skills with you, and that will bring you a lot of success. And also the creativity will bring you that. Ace of Swords, more social skill stuff. Ace of Swords is all about honesty, truth, conversation, new ideas. So, as I mentioned before, taking note of the ideas that you have, following through on them, being truthful, being open with your feelings, but also being sensitive to how others may respond to what you have to say, being someone with integrity, being someone who is fair, being someone who is balanced, being someone who seeks knowledge and truth, being objective, not just believing someone just because they say it, but understand that that's their perspective. It's all about sort of like the maturity, social skills, conversation, fairness, balance. These are all good things that will lead you towards success. I'm trying to think of, there's something else I wanted to say about the Ace of Swords. Being clear in your communication, having strong communication skills, is also something that is going to be very, very important. So strong communication skills can represent anything from breaking down instructions clearly to someone to recognizing and being able to read body language, to understanding what the reason is someone might say things, to being able to predict someone's behavior based on their past behavior, based on how they've interacted with you before, based on how the things that they've said, based on the things that they believe. Paying attention to all of these factors, and it's hard, trust me, but while also paying attention to your own emotions, is going to transfer your life and bring you so much success. I think it's going to bring you a lot of connections with other people, and bring a lot more success and build upon that. Seven of Pentacles here. It's just going to bring you a lot more opportunities to you. And I feel like it's going to be other people bringing those opportunities. We have the Empress here, which is all about cultivating those relationships, being happy, being a positive person, being someone who expresses themselves creatively, being comfortable in yourself. It's just going to make you a very peaceful person to nurture all of those abilities, Marlon. So the cards are really focusing on the social skills, is really focusing on paying attention to others. It didn't go through Cash App. It's okay. You could try it again, Onigiri. And all of those things are going to bring you a lot of fulfillment and success in your life, Marlon, like a lot. I ended up dropping the cards here. Hold on. Some of them went under my desk. So let me get them. All right. Let me know if, hold on. All right. And don't forget to hit the like button, everyone. It definitely helps. And future predictions are in the lead. Man. I hope you guys like the May predictions. And if you watch the April ones, let me know how accurate that is for you. I definitely love hearing how people's Aprils have been. Any feedback is great because it only helps me improve as a reader, you know. And thanks for all of your votes. So it went through good. Let me see. Is it showing up? For some reason it's not showing up on my end. Let me try closing that out. Onigiri, you sure it's showing up? It's not showing up for me. I tried closing out. Girl, you deserve so much more. Love your authenticity. Thank you so much. I don't know what's happening. I could try restarting my phone, but it's not showing up for me. I can't wait to get to, oh, I got it. I got it. Thank goodness. I restarted my Cash App, so hopefully that's all I needed to do. All right, let's get into your question, Onigiri. How is my current relationship with my boyfriend? All right. Sometimes technology is slow. Ooh, hey, cards. I know you're excited, but I can't read 5 different cards at once. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. You guys, it's 10:20 here. Let me know the time it is where you guys are at. I can't wait to redo my hair. School and work has driven me crazy. My hair looks insane. Let me not think about my hair. Let me think about the question. Let's concentrate on Onigiri's question. How is 7:20? Ooh, wow. I would love it for it to be 7:20. I feel like I've wasted my day away. I mean, I didn't. I was doing work. I was doing schoolwork. Just one more presentation left. Okay. How is Onigiri's current relationship with her boyfriend? Let's get into this cards. 6 of Cups. I like that. Okay. Kiba, it's 4:20 a.m. here. Insomnia's kicking in for me. Thank God I caught you on live. Man, Kiba, that is wild. You're staying up late. You were staying up late. 8 of Cups. Four of Swords. Onigiri, are you thinking about moving on from your boyfriend? Only because we got the 8 of Cups here and the 4 of Swords. And normally the 8 of Cups is like, especially following the 6 of Cups, is kind of like, I have some good memories of this relationship, but these memories aren't holding me here. It's almost like, very much like, what have you done for me lately type of energy. So I wonder if this is like, I'm ready to move on. 4 of Cups. A lot of Cups energy. A lot of Cup energy. And 2 4s. Does the relationship feel like it's not progressing? I only say that because 4s can represent, it can represent stability, but sometimes it can represent stagnation and a lack of growth. You said kind of in the middle. To me, this feels like, I get the 4 of Cups to represent dissatisfaction And when I get the Four of Swords in a relationship, it's kind of like I'm thinking about possibly moving on. And I need a moment to reflect and pull away from my partner because I feel like there might be something more out there for me. Or maybe this relationship isn't bringing me the fulfillment that I need. And there might be something else out there that could bring that fulfillment. It could be another person, could just be another thing. But whatever the case may be, this generally represents feeling like we've had some really good memories together, but I would like this to get to a place where it feels like we're growing and developing. And if it doesn't get to that place, I think I might want to explore my options. I kind of want to retreat a little bit away from this relationship. What is the card that wants to come out like this? What is this? Seven of Swords. This is a very much like, I want to go my own path. I want to do my own thing. I want some more time alone. I want to kind of want to slip away and and not have to have an awkward goodbye and not have to deal with any uncomfortable breakup. I just need a moment to myself. Now, maybe you still kind of want to be in the relationship because you said you're kind of in the middle, which would make sense because the fours represent stability. They represent comfort. But the eight there, that eight right in the middle and this seven of swords is all about sort of not running away, but moving away, pulling away, going towards something different, going towards something that may bring more fulfillment. The seven of swords wants to avoid awkward conversations, and they don't want to feel like they are tied down to someone or something that they don't have to be tied down to, if that makes sense. It's just a little bit more of a lone wolf energy. We have so many cards about retreating, needing space, wanting to be alone, needing time to think, needing a break, needing to pull away. Like all of these cards coming together is all about wanting to pull away from the relationship, even if you have a sense of care and affection for your boyfriend. You know, the Six of Cups is very much supportive and loving type of energy, but it may feel like you just need a little bit of space. Maybe you need some time apart. Maybe you need some time to think. Maybe you need some time to reflect and go in a different direction, or maybe even come back. But the cards are very much clear in terms of just at least needing a little space. Let me see this here. Maybe they need some time to reflect, I think. Ace of Pentacles. Maybe you guys need something new. Maybe you guys need to try something new. Go on a vacation, have a deeper conversation, move in together. Like the Ace of Pentacles wants something new to come. Switch up your routine. Maybe you're bored of the same old, same old. Like these cards represent just needing a change of pace, needing something different to occur. It's like you're bored. You're like not happy within this relationship. These cards aren't like over the moon, elation, happy. They're all about like needing space, wanting to move on. So it makes me wonder, like, if you are just wanting the relationship to progress, or if you just feel like you need space, or maybe you're still trying to reflect on it and decide. Or you just feel like maybe you just need to change your routine and you guys are sort of doing the same old, and you're just like, I don't know if I want this for the rest of my life type of energy. But it does show that you want a change, and it looks like you might even move in that direction. Not fast though, because the Ace of Pentacles is pretty slow moving when it comes to changing direction. But it looks like there is going to be a change of pace for you. But let me know if that resonates, because the cards here just want change. They all want something to grow. They all want something to develop. They all want something to move, and they want time to think about what direction to go in. But it is a new direction coming for sure. Let me know, Onigiri. Do I need background before reading the chart? Background always helps, because it's about I can be more specific. You know what I mean? Like, background is very much great. Like, I like background when it comes to reading chart readings, because then I can have a better understanding and I can focus on the question at hand and provide more specifics. Said everything resonates, got to figure it out. It happens. So I really hope that you're able to figure the situation out. We all have to go through our different trials and transformations in life. So, but I think that is it for tonight, everyone. Unless anyone else has another question, I'm going to have to end it. It is pretty late. I do have to get up in the morning. I have one more project left. Good night, Kiba. Good night, Onigiri. Good night, anyone else who is still here. I cannot believe Future Predictions won, you guys. I thought Love and Relationships was going to win, because next month is going to be Love and Relationships, but maybe I'll do for June Future Predictions. And be on the lookout for any announcements for private readings. More than likely, I'm going to do it in the month of May. Need to set it up again. It shouldn't take too long to set it up. But that is that. And I will see you all next week. Dinner time. Hope school is going well for you. It is going very well for me. It is going very well. I hope you have a good dinner. You know, hope you have an amazing dinner. And I hope everyone has a great, peaceful weekend. And I will see you next week. Don't know what time next week. I'll announce it Tuesday. All right. So bye, everyone.